how is it actually working for such a massive, massive publication like the two of you? I mean, how is it? What are some of the give us the tea, as they say? You know, what are you liking it? What are you grappling with? We want to know all.
So it's interesting to have that global perspective and to think about like every story is, I mean, like the national focus of the Globe just isn't the case of the Guardian. Like we just have one up for a global focus, which is really interesting. And to be able to work with people from different parts of the world is always like super cool and interesting. Navigating big newsrooms, I'll say, is a challenge in of itself. Like when I worked at the CBC, I remember knowing, like walking into this huge building and thinking, there is no way, even if I worked here for 25 years, that I could know every person in this building. And I think then when I moved to the Globe, I was like, oh, this is the right size of a newsroom. I can know everyone, I can talk to everyone, I can be a visible face in the newsroom. And it felt right size. And then moving to the Guardian, which is a bigger organization broadly, is like it goes back to that challenge of I could work here for 25 years, that CBC challenge, and not know everyone. So working for a big newsroom, I think the first, like the primary challenge is figuring out who to talk to about key things. Like it's like sort of a soft skill issue before it's like a doing your job issue.
To answer the big publication question, I've also found it really interesting to go from so many different big publication newsrooms and see the way that they've done things. Like Jesse said, the Globe and Mail was a national newspaper, but it was one newsroom. And when I was there in 2016, they were just starting to learn what audience development was and what search was, even as like an avenue for referral traffic. And so a lot of it was learning on the job. I learned literally how to do SEO in the Globe and Mail newsroom in the context of news. And it was really interesting to see even the way that we were adopting it there. And then when I left the Globe and went to Mashable, they had already kind of known what SEO was for entertainment content, thinking about these things. But it was in the broader scope of, okay, well, there's these trending stories or there's these stories that everyone's talking about. How do we jump on them in a better way or in a smarter way, you know? And it was really interesting to see Mashable, which is actually a very big newsroom. I didn't realize how big. And they have 4 different international newsrooms. But they were all so excited about the new idea of search, thinking about how do we, attach ourselves to some of these bigger stories of the day.